Now here we need to evaluate the function given is minimum of x minus greatest integer function x or minus x minus of step of minus x. So first let us identify what is this function. The function given is y equal to the minimum of x minus of greatest integer function x and minus x minus of step of minus x. So first let us take the first part and draw the graph of this. How will be the graph of x minus greatest integer function of x? Yes, it is nothing but the fractional part of x. So when we draw the graph from 0 to 1 and then from 1 to 2, as the integral is required between minus 2 to 2, it's enough if we can identify the graph between minus 2 and 2 on x-axis. So between 0 to 1, the graph is for x minus step x, right? And from 1 to 2 again, the graph decreases. Similarly, from 0 to minus 1, the graph is from 0 to 1. And from minus 2 to minus 1, the graph is increasing from 0 to 1. So this is the graph of which function are we talking about? Yes, y equal to x minus of fraction, greatest integer function of x. Now how will be the graph of minus x minus of minus step x? Yes, between 0 and 1, the graph decreases from 1 to 0. Then from 1 to 2, the graph is again increasing from 0 to 1. And from minus 1 to 0, the graph increases from 0 to 1. And from minus 2 to minus 1, the graph decreases from 1 to 0. Right? So this is the graph of y equal to minus x minus of step of minus x. Now what is required now? The minimum of these two. So can we identify what is the graph required? Yes, this is how the graph is. Now if you look at from the value of integral, if you look at the value of integral minus 2 to 2 of the function which is defined as minimum of x minus of step of x and minus x minus of step of minus x dx, this would be actually forming 4 different regions which are all of equal length, right? And not only of equal length, if you observe this point, this is height of this point would be 1 by 2 and therefore this would be 4 times the area of one such shaded region, that is, which is a triangle having half into base length as 1 unit and the height is half unit. So how much is this value? Yes, the value happens to be 1. But the integral between minus 2 to 2 is same as that of the area enclosed by the minimum curve with x-axis between x equal to minus 2 to x equal to plus 2. Therefore, how much is the integral value? It is the option presented A. So sometimes the evaluation of definite integral is more easy by calculating the area once we identify the graph of the function.